The Humane Society is a home for second chances. Some rescues find theirs sooner than others. Because the shelter is no-kill, there's an unlimited amount of time to find the perfect fit. But it isn't ideal for a rescue to live at a shelter for long. The HSEP is meant to be a temporary home, but some special dogs have had an extended stay. There are 10 dogs that have been at the shelter for over a year and are still looking for their forever home. Nalia, a 4.5-year-old pit bull mix, has been at the shelter the longest. She was surrendered by her family 2.5 years ago because they were moving. She prefers people over other dogs. Staff says she is sweet and obedient. In hopes of helping her get adopted, she was sent to the Paso Training Academy, a program created with the Sheriff's Department. Inmates work with rescues to teach them basic obedience. Nalia passed with flying colors, but just hasn't been adopted yet. The pair, Pebbles and Pepper, found themselves at Animal Services in February of 2012, shortly after Nalia. They were found, but their owner never returned to claim them. The pair was pulled over to the Humane Society and has been here for over 2 years. Pebbles is 3 years old and a black pit bull mix. Pepper is a senior at 7 years old and a brown lab mix. They both get along with dogs and kids. Demi, a 4-year-old Labrador and pit bull mix, has been at the shelter a while too. She was surrendered by her family in October of 2012 because their newborn was allergic to dogs. She gets along with other dogs and cats and is very likable. She does have high energy and can jump. She needs to go to a home with a high fence and with an owner who will take her on walks and play a lot of fetch. Sadie, a 2-year-old Rottweiler mix, has called the Humane Society home for 1.5 years. Nobody can deny her cute and lovable face. She was also surrendered by her owner because another dog in the household was not getting along with her. She is great with kids and potty trained. She is a staff and volunteer favorite. Then there's Missy, a 2-year-old mixed breed. She was a stray who was rescued from Animal Services. Missy has been here about 1.5 years too. In her time here, she was fostered by 2 veteran volunteers, the Jeskis, and then adopted, but got loose from her new owner and was hit by a car. She survived the accident and was treated thanks to some good Samaritans who saw her limping on the side of the road and took her to a nearby vet. She was then returned to the shelter and made a full recovery and didn't suffer any major injuries. She even went through the Paws Academy and graduated. She is great with cats, dogs, and kids. Could you imagine living with 46 other animals? Well, Musica, a mixed breed, did. 45 other dogs and 1 cat. The unique looking breed came into the shelter in July of 2013 along with her many roommates. El Paso Animal Services discovered the hoarding case and brought all of the animals in. With the help of the El Paso Humane Society, a plea was put out to the public to adopt these animals. Now Musica is the only one left of the 46. Staff says she is very friendly and obviously gets along with other animals. Easy, another black and white pit bull, has found long-term residence at the shelter. She was surrendered in August of 2013 by a family who was fostering her after finding her in the desert. She is 2 years old and gets along with other dogs and kids. Easy is very energetic, and the only thing wrong with her is she's allergic to grass. Believe it or not, something that is not very uncommon in pit bulls. Evander, a strong name for a tough-looking dog. But don't let the name fool you. The big, doofy, and lovable pit bull wants nothing but cuddles and fun. The 4-year-old lived with his family as a puppy till he was surrendered in January of this year. The reason given? A family illness. His family described him as playful and energetic, as you can see. He gets along with other dogs and rides well in the car. He'd love to be someone's wingman and take regular trips to the dog park. The last of the long-timers for now is Frama. The long-legged mutt has been at the shelter for 5 months. He was a stray who was left behind and never picked up until the Humane Society saved him. The lanky-looking dog is still considered a puppy at 1.5 years old. He has high energy and needs a home and owners with the same energy. There are 200 residents at the shelter, and all of them are eager to find their forever home. But the long-timers have been here too long and deserve to find permanent residence with a family to call their own as soon as possible.